fuck's sake. Always a way. Forgets fucking something. So I thought it'd be good to cover rev bombing. So you see, rev bombing is very fun, especially going through a tunnel. A rev bomb, very simple to do. You pull in your clutch, you give it a rev, and then you let your clutch out slowly. Now, when you rev bomb in neutral, you can obviously rev as much as you want. You don't have to worry about your clutch. You're in neutral. But when you're going along and you give it a rev bomb and you forget and dump that clutch, I mean, even now, holding steady at 6,000 RPM, you see that? And look at it pop and jerk me forward. Now you imagine revving up to 12 grand and dumping your clutch. It's just so much power and the bike will just jerk forward. And the problem you got is you only have 3 contact points. Your left hand on the clutch, which is fine because you can grip as hard as you like on that. Your right hand on the accelerator. Now that's a problem because when the bike lurches forward, you move backwards, and as you move backwards, your hand is pulling on this throttle, and there you're going into speed. And that's when you're pulling it, you're compounding the problem. You're making it worse because you're now giving it more gas. You're moving back in your seat, about to fall off. And this is where you need to remember the best contact point: your thighs. Your thighs gripping the tank. When you grip the tank, you can let go of the steering because your contact point is here. You can even steer with your thighs as well. Your thighs are the most important contact point, but when you ride a bike you want to be loose, like people say, play a piano with your fingers. So I've done it before where I've revved a little bit too fast. My hands come off because I've been so loose on the grips. But luckily I remember to grip my tank. And that's the most important thing. If you are doing a rev bomb, pulling in the clutch, revving, make sure you match those revs coming out. So look, you rev, but then you match the revs with slow clutch work out so you don't get that jerk. Okay, we're just going to switch to garage cam because I just wanted to reiterate this point. When you're on the bike, whiskey throttle is when you give a fistful of throttle and the bike surges forward. Now in this case, you're not giving the whiskey because of the acceleration, you're giving it because of too many revs, dumping your clutch. And what that does is the bike is surging forward, or worse, you're starting to do a wheelie. Now if you are loose on the bike, as in not gripping with your thighs, just loosely in position, your hands are loosely in position, just watch my throttle hand. As I go backwards, if I'm gripping, I think shit, so I grab. Instinct, I'll grab. As I'm grabbing going backwards, I'm pulling on the throttle, so I'm actually compounding the problem. So that is the one thing to be really, really careful of, is if the bike is surging forward and you're not prepared for it, just grip with your thighs and then you can easily sort out your hand control. Remember that, grip the tank with your thighs. I can't get that for enough. You see videos so often of people who don't. They fly back in their seat, they pull on more gas, which compounds the problem. Grip the tank with your thighs, and most importantly, try not to ever get yourself in that position in the first place by just easing out that clutch and not dumping it. Have you ever whiskey throttled your bike? Have you dumped the clutch? Have you gone flying off the back? Put your experience below, it might help somebody. As always, thank you for watching, guys. Please put a comment down below, and a subscribe would be absolutely wonderful.
Where we went, me and Rob went up there.
Oh, nice.
That's where we went.
I knew there was a reason I was on the left of you there, Rob.
Sorry, mate.
I would have literally been shot.